Good morning, Dr. Anas, our Industrial Training Coordinator, Dr. Ahmad Nasru, our Physical Visiting Lecturer, and Mr. Calvin, the BEMS Coordinator of Hospital Fatimah. My name is Chun Wai. Today, I'd like to present my journey of learning growth at Hospital Fatimah. First of all, allow me to introduce our hospital. Hospital Fatimah is located in Ipoh, Perak. It is a non-profit hospital. It is established by the Congregations of the Brothers of Mercy in 1974. Hospital Fatimah is also accredited by the Malaysian Society for Quality in Health, MSQH, and IQNet, which is an international certification organization. So in the coming slide, I will be explaining about my Intra main activities during my internship period. Generally, my Intra main activities involve various fields, including the MSQH, accreditations, biomedical engineering, safety and health, as well as some civil, mechanical, electrical activities. For the MSQH, basically MSQH covers 27 service standards that encompass all hospital departments, including engineering, safety and health, nursing, infection control, human resources, pathology, radiology, housekeeping, and others. So within the engineering department, two service standards play a vital role in determining the MSQH accreditations of the hospitals. There are two standards: Service Standard 2, Environmental and Safety Services. The second one, which is Service Standard 3, Facility and Biomedical Equipment Management and Safety. So basically, my responsibilities within the MSQH Standard 3 include identifying the necessary documents and categorizing them according to the corresponding standard. There are various documents have to be prepared to submit to the MSQH surveyors. For example, there are indoor air quality report, BEMS asset registrations list, like the master list, facility list, and also a lot of documentation that need to be submitted during the MSQH preparation. So basically, MSQH will be held for 3 days. So during the first day of MSQH, our designated surveyor, which is the Mr. Ganasakaran, which is accompanied by the Mr. Samson, which is the observer, served as the observer. So during the day 1 of the MSQH, there is a meeting which is regarding the document review and validations, and there will be a lot of questions will be raised up by the surveyor. So the in charge person will be required to answer the surveyor's questions and provide more evidence as demonstrations to support the document that we submitted earlier. So basically for the MSQH Day 2, there will be an environmental tour assessment, which is a visiting tour with the hospital management and the surveyor, Mr. Ganasakaran. So basically, the tour serves as an evaluation of the hospital infection control, safety measure, such as the fire extinguishers, such as the BOMBA certificate, whether it is renewed or not, and then as well as some facility conditions such as the aircon, is it meet the target temperatures, biomedical equipment, is it perform the PPM on time. This is very important as it helps to prevent hygiene and safety issues. So we have visited many places in the hospital, such as the main entrance, medical plant room, rooftop to ensure that there is no fungi or the plant will be found in the rooftop, hemodialysis center, operation theater, and so on. So this is the day 3 of MSQH. Basically, in the day 3, there is a summation conference. So during the conference, each of the surveyor will take the opportunity to summarize their finding and based on the finding to provide useful recommendations aimed at enhancing the quality of the hospital services. So all of these I have been summarized in my report. So maybe doctor can have a look there. So after the MSQH, we will discuss about biomedical engineering. When we deal with biomedical engineering, we will know what is planned preventive maintenance, what is breakdown maintenance, what is testing and commissioning, as well as BEMS asset registration. So here is the list of medical devices that I have been participate during the preventive maintenance. For example, we have the CRRT machine, which is the hemodialysis machine. We also have the warming blanket. We also have the icing system here. So here is some demonstrations that I perform PPM. For example, we have the defibrillator, the vacuum suction pump. We also have the syringe pump and the infusion pump, as well as I performing the shock test for the Dhillon defibrillator, ultrasound here, as well as the infusion pump here. And then we also have the ECG machine and as well as the general anesthesia machine. Besides that, I also perform PPM for the Philips MX450 patients monitor and as well as the mechanical ventilator. So here is the demonstrations that I performed the shock test during the PPM for the Dhillon defibrillator.
Sampai tak Pak? Tekan dulu sini. Okey, dia shock dulu. Tekan dulu. So dari sini kita tengok 265 dengan 270. So dia dah toleransi lagi. So kalau dia toleransi lagi tak masalah. So kita ke next 150. Shock lagi sekali. Charge lagi.
Besides, we also perform and attend the PPM for the mechanical ventilator, which is by the MacBook Servo S, and as well as the GE Healthcare case cardiac assessment system together with the treatment. So apart from the defibrillator and the cardiac assessment system, I also need to perform PPM for the infusion pump and the thermal syringe pump.
74, 75 tolak 7 is 62 something. Dia punya 60 plus minus 30. So memang cantik lah. Infusion device analyzer. So memang cantik lah.
So for breakdown maintenance, I have been attended for 2 times of the breakdown maintenance. The first is the touchscreen replacement, which is a servo eye mechanical ventilator. So during the breakdown maintenance, we found that the touchscreen was not functional. That's why there's a necessary to replace the touchscreen. So initially, the old screen was unscrewed from the ventilator as shown in the picture. And after that, we will remove the PCB board from the cover to assess the broken touchscreen. And then we will also clean the screen frame, was important to prevent the downtime. Subsequently, the technician will replace the old touchscreen with a new one and attaching it to the frame. So the reassembled touchscreen was then installed back onto the ventilator, and the functionality of the new touchscreen was rigorously tested to ensure the proper operation. For the second breakdown maintenance, there's a necessary to replace the O2 cell, or we can call it as O2, the oxygen sensor. Replace the oxygen sensor in the mechanical ventilator. Just now, the previous one is a mechanical ventilator with model of servo S. This is servo I mechanical ventilator, 2 different ventilator. So the first step of the replacement of the oxygen sensor, we need to put the new sensors under the sun for 5 minutes. So after that, we need to label the new oxygen sensor. And then now we can remove the old oxygen sensor from the patient unit. So in order to remove the old oxygen cell from the patient unit, we need to remove the expiratory cassette. So we will remove the expiratory cassette and install a new oxygen cell into the patient unit, into the mechanical ventilator. After that, we will close it up with the expiratory cassette. After that, we need to perform the pre-use check to check whether the O2 cell is it 100% or not. So as a biomedical engineer, we also need to attend acceptance testing of new medical equipment. Basically, I have attended 4 acceptance testing of medical equipment, medical devices. For example, the GE Healthcare was on the Premier Ultra System, BTL physiotherapy devices, which is the shockwave devices, the laser intensity with the vacuum unit, and we have the steam sterilizer autoclave, and as well as the KRS Martin operating light system in the operation theater. So in the coming slide, I will explain the procedure of testing and commissioning of new medical equipment by using the BTL physiotherapy devices. So to explain the process of performing the testing and commissioning, I will be using the flow chart to explain the procedure of testing and commissioning of the BTL physiotherapy devices. So first of all, the user, which is the physiotherapy unit, shall notify the biomedical engineers on the new arrival of the medical device. After that, the user shall ensure that the correct items are delivered in the good condition. After that, the supplier, which is the BTL company, shall declare the manufacturing date and date of the first release of the model into the market. And as well as the supplier shall carry out the acceptance tests like performance and safety tests. After that, they shall perform the electrical safety test on the devices. If the electrical safety test is failed, we have to return the medical device to the manufacturer for rectifications. If let's say it is passed, but usually it will be passed since it is a new medical equipment. So the biomedical engineer will review the relevant contract and certificate for warranty provisions and advise the user, which is the physiotherapy unit, to complete the warranty registration data. After that, biomedical engineers will assign the new introduced equipment and unique identification and register the new asset under the master list. So this process will be further explained in the coming slide. After that, which is the last step, the supplier, which is the BTL company, must provide biomedical engineers user manual, service manual, together with the circuit diagram, part list, and PPM checklist. So this is all about the testing and commissioning of the new medical equipment. So to further explain about the BEMS asset registration, the first step of the registration, we shall allocate a BEMS asset number tag specifically meant for hospital users. For example, BEMS 0123. And the second step, we will fill out the asset registration form with the provided details. As you can see, the form here, we have to fill out the asset number, hospital code, asset description, location, user department, manufacturer, brand or model, serial number, serial life, service agent, asset type, critically work group, and so on. And come together to the last step, we will enter all the information that I have been filled up in the registration form into the main database, which is our master list. So for the safety and health, it is very important to update the list of chemical hazards. So the issue of chemical hazard is a significant concern within a hospital setting. Various chemicals exhibit distinct functional characteristics and present varying degree of risk. Some chemicals are corrosive, some cause irritation, while others have explosive properties among other potential hazards. So we need the safety data sheet serves as a license for the chemical and assures us that the chemical has been authorized by the manufacturer. The SDS is like a license for the chemical. So as you can see that shown in the picture here, this is the sample of a safety data sheet. And we have to update the chemical hazards based on the requirement here, which is the product name, chemical form, physical form, and as well as the type of chemical measure, usage of control, number of active ingredient, and the name, address, and the contact of the supplier. Besides that, I also attended the fire system inspection. So an annual fire system inspection is conducted to renew the hospital license. So we will emphasize the critical role of the fire system in ensuring the safety of patients, hospital staff, medical personnel, and visitors. So it is imperative that we verify the proper functioning and conditioning of the fire system. So as we can see, the bomba officer will visit the gen set room, as well as we check the main fire panel systems, as well as we will perform the triggering. We will trigger the alarm and to test whether it is functioning. So when the alarm is triggered, there will be a notification will be sent to our safety and health coordinator and as well as our assistant engineer, Mr. Rama. And together there's a notification will be sent to the bomba station. So the nearest bomba station will reach the hospital in a few minutes. So this is the demonstrations of the fire alarm systems. So I also attended the hospital environmental tour assessment. Basically, the Environmental and Health Safety Services Committee will organize a monthly environmental tour. Basically, this Environment tour serves as an internal evaluation of the hospital infection control, safety measure, facility conditions, and biomedical equipment. So every month, the environmental tour focuses on different blocks within the hospital. In August, Block C was inspected, and in September, Block E was assessed. So as you can see, there are some findings here I display here, which is like there's no signage on the door, hang up on the door. The call bell, the thread of the call bell is too long, and also the call bell is interchanged. That's why we need to correct it. And as well as the light in the ward is very dim, we have to replace it immediately. So basically, during the internship period, I also participated in some civil, mechanical, and electrical works, such as performing the unload test and load test of the generator set. So what is generator set? A generator set is designed for a hospital, serves as a crucial role by supplying the emergency power during the disaster, such as the severe weather or the storm surges. So in addition to ensuring uninterrupted operation, it is also comply with the emergency power regulation. Besides that, I also assisted in the installing of the medical cabinets. So basically, you can see the primary purpose of the medications cabinet is to provide a secure and organized space for the storing prescription and over-the-counter medications. So as you can see, I'm using the cordless screw to screw up a hole for installation of the medications cabinets. Other than the electrical works, I also assisted in replacing of the empty oxygen cylinder as well as the O-ring. So there's a necessary to regular checking medical gases like oxygen, ethanox is a daily task because oxygen gas is supplied to the every ward, every minute, and its usage may be very fast. So when we found most of them are empty, we need to replace them. So before replacing the new cylinder, we should replace the old O-ring in the pipe because the old O-ring is warm and may cause oxygen leakage. So as you can see in the picture, the Mr. Dhillon has give me some guidance on replacement of the empty cylinder and O-ring. So now we come to the discussion and some recommendations. So I would like to emphasize on the importance of the class and apply part identification in electrical safety testing. It is very important for us to understand the type of applied parts such as CF, BF, B, and as well as the type 1, type 2 of the medical classes. And some of the relevance of the standard in electrical safety testing, such as the IEC, MS IEC 60601, 61010, 62335. Besides, we also need to understand the importance of ethical code of practice for biomedical engineer. Some of the recommendations that I would like to provide, which is we should enhance our hands-on experience with electrical safety analyzer. And as well as I would like to suggest UNIMAP to integrate the syllabus, the topic of Malaysian Society for Quality in Health in our syllabus. And also, we need to emulating the college kemahiran tinggi MARA. So far, I think it's very important to learn from other schools so that enhance our hands-on skill. So at the end, we come to the conclusion. It is more like a sharing session. From biomedical engineering, PPM, T&C, safety and health, civil, electrical, and mechanical, to MSQH in just 10 weeks. It may have been brief, but I've gained so much knowledge and hands-on experience. I've also expanded my professional network. A special thanks to our Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Paul, for giving me a chance to handle the MSQH accreditation, service standard 3, facility and biomedical services. It is such an honor to witness the recertification process of MSQH at Hospital Fatimah. Once again, I need to say thank you to all the technicians of engineering department that have been assisted me and give me a lot of guidance here. Thank you so much. That's all about my presentation. Thank you.